Hello fellow stampers, this is Yana Smakula for SimonsSTM.com. Welcome back for another Yippee for Yana video. Today we're going to do traditional stamping in combination with hot foiling to create beautiful, one-of-a-kind greeting card. As you can see, I have already started, and here I'm stamping several images from the Stronger Together stamp set by Simons Says Stamp in Simons Intense Black ink on white cardstock. This is Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock, and I'm using my mini MISTI stamping tool to be able to double stamp my images if needed. I have a floral cluster, 2 separate flowers, a smaller and a larger one, and 2 leafy branches. I'm going to color these using my Copic markers to quickly add color to these lovely images. I'm using RV00, RV21, and RV34 markers to color the flowers pink. And I'm going with flick style coloring. I'm not blending the colors together, but rather intentionally leaving visible flicks, or brush strokes if you will, on my images. I'm using the same technique to color the leaves, and for the leaves I picked YG01, YG03, G94, and G99 markers. I typically like to multitask, so while I'm coloring, I also have my Spellbinders Glimmer hot foil system warming up. It takes it about 5 minutes to get warm enough and ready to be used, so I like to switch it on well before I need to do any foiling. This way I can work on other things while it is getting hot, and once it does get hot, I can pause, get my foiling done, and then go back to whatever I was doing before, which is coloring in this case. I want to foil the polka dot strip foil plate from Spellbinders on a piece of Simons Says Stamp Fog cardstock in Spellbinders PRISM foil. It is a very pretty foil color that looks like silver at first, but as it catches the light, it shines in all sorts of different colors. It looks particularly gorgeous when foiled with solid designs, such as this polka dot design from my Foiled Basics Glimmer Plates collection. This foil is one of the easiest foil colors to use, and it always foils beautifully. If you like to foil a lot, you might have noticed that some foil colors are a bit harder to foil with than others. Well, this PRISM foil is actually very easy to foil with, and it always delivers perfect results. In fact, it even overfoils a bit where other foils might underfoil. Here's a look at the foiled panel. You can see how beautiful it turned out. Now, I'm not focusing on how to use the Glimmer hot foil system in this video, as there are many other videos out there. So if you're new to this system, be sure to Google how to use Glimmer hot foil system, and you'll be able to find lots of tutorials on the topic. While I'm on the topic of foiling, and of course while my Glimmer is still hot, I'm also going to foil 2 more pieces for my card. I want to foil a beautiful circle to house some of the flowers that I was coloring, and also a sentiment, which I'm going to foil together with the circle. Both of these Glimmer plates come from my Foiled Basics collection. The circle is from the Foliage Border set, and the sentiment is from the YANA'S sentiment set. And you can find the links to these products and also to all of the other products I'm using today in the video description below. Now here's the look at the foiled circle and sentiment. I'm going to use a coordinating die for the sentiment to cut it out, and the die comes together with the Glimmer plate. And to cut out a circle, I'm using the 3rd largest circle die from the S4 114 circles set from Spellbinders. If you don't have that particular circle die set, just look through your stash. I'm sure you'll be able to find a circle die that goes together with this plate. I've cut the foiled elements out, and I have already finished coloring the images, and I've even fussy cut them using scissors. I trimmed the foiled background to 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and my idea here is to foam mount the circle onto the background, add the pretty florals, and place the sentiment over the cluster. I've made an A2 white side-folding card base and foam mounted the background foiled panel over it. Next, I foam mounted the foiled circle. It is not placed in the center, but slightly off to the left. I'm using glue. This is Simon's tacky glue, and I love to use it for my projects. And here I'm using it to adhere the main floral cluster overlapping the circle. I just adore these flowers. I love the style in which they're illustrated and just how perfect the size of the flowers is for an A2 card. Next, I'm adding the happy birthday sentiment using foam adhesive squares. I chose to use a birthday sentiment for this card as I seem to constantly lack birthday cards, but this design can be easily adapted to so many different occasions. I'm adding foam adhesive behind select flowers and leaves to pop them up on my card slightly. I'm actually using a double layer of foam squares behind the top flower. I'm also using glue to adhere the leafy branches. I love how they follow the curve of my circle, almost if they were designed to do so. And finally, I'm adding the single flowers to complete my floral cluster. I happen to love the look of hot foiling with Copic coloring. It is the perfect combo for a handmade card. Lastly, I decided I wanted to carry on the polka dot theme and add additional dots onto the card. I did that with the help of white sequins from the strawberry shortcake sequin mix from Simon Says stamp, and I scattered a bunch of them going diagonally, and that finished my project. I hope you like this card idea. If you make a card inspired by this video, we would love it if you shared your project online and tagged us on social media. We always enjoy seeing what you guys are making. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet done so. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Bye!